Ayo, yeah, Shalom, all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahshai, Hashem Ukakadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone who rule well, man. And Shalom to all the brothers out there doing this work in sincerity and in truth. Just going to do a quick video, just going into basically America going down, man. Because more or less, it's like, it's been smooth sailing in Babylon for like the last, for the last couple of weeks. It appears to be smooth sailing in Babylon, man. Like, Esau's more or less having the calm before the storm, man. Because you've had the cryptocurrencies been creeping up, and the mark of the beast, that's been getting pushed out as well. And this sex robot thing as well, man, that's been blowing up quite a bit. Esau's basically putting these little agendas, the transgender agenda, getting the youths all messed up in the head as well, thinking they're women or dogs or attack helicopters. But this, you know, this place is steadily crumbling, man. It might appear on the surface like, oh, everything's going good, but this, you know, this place it's on a limited timeline, man. It's on its way out, and you can see because Russia's been basically they've been consolidating power. Putin's he's whenever that guy gets in office, man, you can smell the change in Russia, man. And there was even someone complaining, saying like he lost half his fortune when he divorced Putin's daughter, man. So it's like this guy's got an iron grip over there, and he's not really looking to mess around. He's the kind of guy, hey, that's why, you know, Ezekiel 38, man, hooks in the jaws to turn him back to that old spirit. He's in that old spirit, man, that KGB spirit. You know, look at this, man. Okay, now, just dropped everything.
I've got a preset.
Alright, let me get mine first. Isaiah 30:1 says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin." And that's the vast majority of Jake out here. A lot of Jake out here. They're basically feeding into the so-called white man system, into basically how how he basically says you should live, and they're completely believing in that this place is going to go on forever, man. And that is a complete error, man. Any Israelite that is in America or in England, in Europe, in any part of the world, thinking, yeah, this is great, this should go on for a little bit longer, you're completely out of your mind, man. Because this whole system, first of all, it was built off your people being destroyed. The America was nabbed from the Native American Indians, man, and the Northern Kingdom, basically, man, the 10 tribes, Ephraim on down, and how was it built up? How was, you know, the White House, all these different countries and cities were built up by the so-called Negroes over from the West Coast. So what's up, man? This place, and the thing is that all these companies and families that were in rulership, it's the descendants of them which set this place up, man. So, you know, what the fuck? If you're getting all into thinking, you know, this place is great, then you don't know shit about shit, man.
Oh, preset.
Yeah.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with the blood, and establisheth a city by iniquity. You know?
Yeah, that's Esau's basically established. That's the vast majority of Esau's rulerships, man. Whenever he set up his place and took over the rule, he did it by blood, man. And that's how he's maintained it. You go to, what do you call it? What are they called, man? The bourgeois, man. The bourgeois. These guys basically, they're a bunch of cutthroat murderers, man. A bunch of mafiosos, man. Gangsters. That's how they got the rule, and that's in the prophecy in Genesis. By the sword shall thou live, and then that's how he's gonna break the yoke off his neck. So Esau has to use that death and violence to get the rule, man. It says verse Isaiah 30:2, that walked to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth. And that's the vast majority of these jakes out here. They're basically they're looking to the so-called white man for all their wants and needs, and basically to put them up on a level, man. Like, you ask a so-called Negro that's in this world, they're like, oh, you know, what are they after? What do they want? Oh, equality. You know, I don't want any more racism. They've been conditioned basically to think like, oh, you know, if you know, if racism went away, everything would be fine. But that's not true, because there's myriad problems. First of all, Wagwan, you got nabbed from your land, and you got all your shit robbed. Is anyone going to recompense that? That's the kind of things that Jake don't even consider, man. Jake's on a low state, man. It says to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and trust in the shadow of Egypt. That's what these guys do. They trust in the shadow of Egypt, and that Egypt right now is America, man. America's the big one Jake trusts in, man. Them welfare programs, you know, these niggas up in the hood doing God knows what in a complete state of depravity, completely fucked. But then these guys are basically, I'm like, this is a hot mess of confusion, man. They don't know who they are. They don't know what their purpose is on the planet. All they want is just, you know, just a white man to just look after them.
Precinct.
Go on.
This is Isaiah chapter 1 verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider.
Yeah, that's it, man. Israel don't know who they don't know who their leader is, don't know who their king is, don't know a damn thing. And hey, that's how the Lord had it set up, because only a few good men, basically were slated to wake up to this thing, to know, you know, who we are, what it's about, man. And then the 1/3, man, that's a small compared to 2/3, that's a minuscule number, man, because that's the vast majority. More than half are just gonna get emaciated, man, wiped out, taken out here, man. That means, that means, hey, there's very few. We're gonna get. Let me get this. You got something?
Yeah, some more in that Isaiah.
Okay, go on.
Yeah. Our sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord, they have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger.
Yeah, and this is part of what Jake doesn't know, man, because the reason we even got put in slavery, the reason we're even in America or in the UK or in wherever the fuck we are, is because we broke the law. We trespassed against the law, and the judgment is that we have to get fucked up. That's the only reason we're in the state we're in, man. But Jake's trying to be in that state and not have to repent of the wickedness they did, man. They're thinking, okay, well, I can just, fuck it, I'll just get a deal, man. Then you get the deal, and then after you get your ass bent over and waxed out by some creaky, shifty Finkelsteins, then you're gonna be feeling like, well, maybe this ain't, was it really worth? No, it wasn't worth it. You see a lot of these Jakes in the entertainment game, when they get up in age to like 30s, 40s, they're looking through, man. They're looking done, like it wasn't worth it, man. Because it's not.
This is,
go on.
This is Baruch chapter 2 verse 4. Moreover, he have delivered, verse 5. Thus we were cast down and not exalted, because we have sinned against the Lord our power, and have not been obedient unto his voice. To the Lord our power appertaineth righteousness, but unto us and to our fathers open shame, as appeareth this day. And like I can say, the voice is talking about there. If you go into Daniel's 9, it's talking. The voice of the Lord is the prophets. That's the mouthpiece of the Lord, and not heeding, because the prophets are really, what they're doing is they're coming out, they're bringing out the law, they're showing the judgment to Israel, man. What's going to happen for the things that they're doing, going against the Lord, and our people never heeded that, man. Okay, and because they didn't heed that, that's why we've always been getting butt fucked, man. Basically, by these other nations, the Lord's basically angry with us, And
getting butt fucked, yeah. That's a unique wording. Oh, this, man. Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and make thyself naked. So this kingdom, this rulership Esau's got, it says it's called daughter of Edom. it said it'll be drunk and make itself naked. And that's basically all the truths and secrets of what Esau's done, of the nature of who the people are, man. Because even in, what is it, 2 Thessalonians, it says like the son of perdition needs to be revealed, the son of destruction. Back then it wasn't known. The thing is, Esau was ruling back then and he was doing wickedness, but it wasn't known that he was the one, man, the wicked one. But now it's known. Now it's been revealed, man. All these things have been revealed. So now we know Esau is actually that criminal element, that renegade on the earth, that needs to go, man. He's got to get wiped the fuck out of here, man. And he's made himself naked. You got like Julian Assange. That motherfucker's been in an Ecuadorian embassy for fuck knows how long. This guy's meant to finally, since 2012. Fucking hell, that's forever ago. He's finally meant to be getting out if he can get an arrest warrant. Well, the warrant for skipping bail removed. Then so he's a whistleblower. Wasn't it? Edward Snowden's. Chelsea, not a man anymore. Like all these guys are coming out, and really you go back to the old school guys like John Todd and them guys that were exposing the Illuminati back in the day. They're the really ones who blew the cap wide open, man, and started revealing the wickedness Esau does. Because even like a lot of the files that were sealed, like the shit that went on in Panama, all kinds of things, stories of economic hitman, basically revealing the wicked methods Esau uses to rule this place, man. And as that's been coming out, hey man, Esau's been looking worse and worse. The nations are looking at him sideways, man. Like Trump said that shit said like, oh, Pakistan, blah blah blah. These guys they're not getting any more money because they're funding terrorism. These guys are now looking sideways, man. This guy's making prophecy be fulfilled. Go on.
This is Psalm chapter 64, verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away.
That's it, man. Esau's made his tongue fall upon himself, and that's why he's looking like a clown right now, man. Because the thing is this basically shows, because hey, man, if Esau, it's been revealed who Esau is, man, what he's about. You go to his history, it's evident. This guy has basically done massacres and covered them up. You know, he's stolen people. He's had people in hardcore bondage. He's basically used all these wicked methods to get himself on that great level, and now he's made everyone worship him. So it's like, if you're still gonna be there kissing the white man's ass, then you've revealed yourself to be a piece of shit, man. Let me get more on this. It says, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished. Well, this is verse 22, Lamentation 4:22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. And that's the state we're approaching, man. Because once, hey man, the thing is this is our final captivity. And this is what puts terror in the elites, man, the Illuminati, them top heads. That's why when they see us pushing the word out, they need to do everything they can to get us not listened to, man. Our video that blew up, the one with them stupid Irish boys, that shit was fucking on a meteoric rise. Hit the 100,000, 200,000, 400,000, 500,000, then 817, and apparently it just stopped. No one's even watching that anymore.
No one's watching that anymore.
It dropped out of the internet apparently. But that's what Esau has to do. He has to try. He's trying to put a cap on it, but he can't. It's impossible. And it says, he will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. So that's basically Esau's going to be the one that the cup's going to pass through, man. That cup, which is the Most High's judgment, man. Because we've been drinking of the dregs of that. Just so that means that the situation's going to be flipped. Just like how Jacob on the bottom looked at like pieces of shit. Esau's going to be the new nigger, man. Man, they're going to be going like, what? What you look at me, nigger? You motherfucker. And then you're just going to get that whip out and just lash him across them. But that's the reality of what's going to happen. The thing is the general public will look at, they're all passing, but they're on the low level because they don't realize that their elites are actually doing, trying their best to fight against that, man. Go on.
This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 16.
Break it down.
They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and considered thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble and that did shake kingdoms? Which is talking about Esau, you know, because he's the one that basically dropped these fucking atomic bombs, man. You had Hiroshima, Nagasaki, you know, Yugoslavia and all that. And in the kingdom, man, just like the brother said, they're going to be looked at like, you know, Edom are going to be the lowest of the low, man. They're going to be on the bottom, man. Just before they're destroyed, no one's ever going to give Edom no ratings, man. They're going to be at the fucking bottom. And they're going to be, basically, all they're going to be doing is just going serving hardcore slavery, and it's going to get fucked up all day long, man. That's what's coming to Esau, and that's why the elites are trembling. Because it says in Psalms, we're going to put fetters of iron upon their hands. And that's basically putting a rest on them. And you know that once you're basically arrested, man, you're done. Do you know what I mean? You got no power left.
If a guy can tie you up to you know, to a wooden post,
yeah,
and give you the
eternal lashings,
yeah, the endless, the non-stop, the eternal hell of them lashings, you don't have any power, man. Go on.
It says that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof.
Yeah, this is another of the reason why Esau's got to go, man.
Yeah,
because this so-called white man, it's you know, Jake's talking about like it's just the only struggle is white people looking at you saying you're black fuck. That's all this. No, that is not even anything on the scale, man. Because the Lord set up so that there's enmity between Esau and Jacob. It has to be what it is, man. Because I ain't gonna be looking at some Edomite. I might be looking at some Edomite booty, like. But I ain't gonna be looking at no Edomite male, just like, yeah, you're an alright geek. You know, I really like this guy, this Keith guy. Nah, because fuck them guys, man. It's like you go in these pubs up north. These guys will be like, yeah, you're alright for a black fella. You know, you're alright. Yeah, it's just, you know, like, yeah, you're good black. You're a good black fella. Why are these guys saying you're a good black fella? Because they know they're thinking you're some black renegade, hip hop singing, murdering Negro, man, drug dealing nigger. They ain't looking thinking, okay, well, you know, he's just a human being. That's some fluff. That's some new age nonsense, man. Go back 20 years. He wasn't saying that, man.
Or was it Trump was saying, I'm the least racist guy, you know?
Yeah, I'm like, the thing is that racism thing is just like, that shit is just, because the thing is, you know, there's no one that's actually got, the, you know, Trump saying you're black nigger on tape or anything like that. It's just, the thing is it's all BS, man. It's all PC, politically correct. And fuck that shit, that's some faggot shit anyway. Because, you know, you have Edomites that will just be like, yeah, it's, you know, yeah, it's over. But then they'll be at home about, yeah, that fucking black nigga. So what do you want? Jake's a fucking retard. You just want him to be nice to your face. Come on, man, grow the fuck up. Read this, man. Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call lands after their own name. So Esau's basically in this thing. He's doing it. He's thinking he's going to be ruling forever, man. He's thinking he's actually. The thing is that's the simplicity of Jake, man. Like Esau's actually out here trying to basically make his reign eternal. He's thinking about having a throne, man, and Jake's thinking about just stopping white people using the word nigger. That means that you're on a slave level, man. You're on a low level. You don't really know what's going on, man. And hey, man, that means, you know, you're gonna get caught out there, man. A lot of Jakes are gonna get caught the fuck out there. And the thing is Esau's gonna get caught out there as well. That's why it's like what Isaiah 30. Those that trust in the shadow of Egypt, it shall be. You know, it's gonna work against you, because this place ain't going on forever, man. Esau thinks he's got the inside track, but then he's gonna find out he's been duped, he's been fooled, man. And hey, that's the beauty of it. That's why it's like, yo, all this, you know, Trump coming in, everything's, you know, they're saying like it's the lowest all-time unemployment for Afro-Americans, for niggers, saying like I think unemployment in general is at a low, like GDP's gone up. The stock's going up, money's flowing. You know, he's meant to be, you know, he's meant to be making America great again. But that's a snare, because America's not even the elites. The elites ain't even thinking about making America. They're thinking about nuking it. So that means that, hey man, it's a snare against you, man, and that's a beautiful thing. You got a revelation.
Hate the hope.
Yeah, go on.
This is Revelation chapter
Okay,
17, verse 16.
Hold on, I'm sure there's more.
You should make war with the Lamb, and I shall overcome them.
Start from like verse what? Start from verse 1 still.
Can't. This is Revelation 17 from the top. And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither. I will show thee unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters.
And that great whore that's sitting on many nations, that's America, man. And that's really the thing is that's the joke. America is just a whore that's being used for a purpose, man. It's not actually a great entity, it's not an anything. It's basically just a tool that's being used for a job. Because the elites want the Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's plan on nuke is set up for America to get nuked. But these same elites that are running this place have got the same intentions. They want World War III and thermonuclear destruction. But it's going to go beyond it's outside of it's out of their hands, man. Go on.
With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication.
Yeah, that's it, man. America's basically the philosophies have been going everywhere, man. That's why you're gonna go to you're gonna find trannies in every hidey hole on the planet Earth. Homosexuals. It's like if you like what Uganda. This was a couple of years back anyway. But Uganda, they put homosexuals to death. David Cameron, when he was in office, was like, "Look, man, if you keep doing that, we ain't even gonna fund you. We ain't gonna fund you, motherfuckers. We ain't gonna give you any more aid." So it's a joke. This whole place has been put under that vibration of confusion, and that's just for the masses, man. That's for general consumption. The elites ain't dealing with that. Go on.
So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-coloured beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet colour, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abomination and filthiness.
Yeah. And that beast is basically Esau's power system, man. And it goes back to the what you call it, the original founding states of the EU, like Germania Major, Germania Minor, Britain, Spain, Gaul,
yeah.
And all these places. And the 10 horns was the seats of power, man. And it says what, arrayed in scarlet and
decked with gold and precious stones.
Decked with gold and precious stones. So it looks great. It looks immense, man. Esau's rulership. That's why everyone's looking up to him and revering him, because he's got that great beast, man. And it's like, actually, let's say it there. Okay, yeah. Okay, go on, keep reading.
And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and the abominations of the earth. Which,
obviously he's talking about the Roman Catholic Church. Well, they ain't talking about the Roman Catholic Church, man. That's talking about America, man. America is that great Babylon, man. That whore. That's basically that's in that top seat right now, man. And go on, read the next verse.
And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushai. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration.
Yeah, so basically America grew fat off having Jake in subjection, man, and murking them off. And it says, and it's what is it? John, I was going to say Paul. John said he wondered with great admiration, man, because it was like, it is a marvel. If you see, if you bear witness to the military might of America, of all the luscious goods that you can get out there, then you all marvel. You're like, wow, what the fuck? But hey, that's that place is gonna go down, man.
It's the same way that people were marveling at the military might of Rome, but then Rome fell.
Yeah.
And a lot in the same ways.
Persia was like, the arrows can block out the sun.
Oh yeah.
And then they got fucking swiped out, man.
Yeah.
Okay, read the. Okay, actually, no. Do Okay, skip down to 14.
This is verse 14. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is the Lord of lords, and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful.
Yeah, so that's the judgment that's waiting for America, because it seems great now. You know, it's being marveled at. The whole world's like, oh, looking up to it like it's some divine majesty. But, and the thing is that's how you know it's America, because anywhere you go, the American way of life is revered and upheld, man. You can go to the middle of the goddamn rainforest and you have some Coca-Colas and some Snickers chocolate bars, man, and jeans and t-shirts. It's not that you're gonna go on all of a sudden people ain't gonna be wearing no jeans and t-shirts and suits and ties. Why is everyone wearing that? Anywhere you go, they're having an awards ceremony in Africa. Everyone's wearing a suit and tie. What's going on? That way and system is everywhere, man. Ain't no people ain't out there, you know, wearing them Dagon hats that the Roman Catholic Church deal with. But
yeah, and they said these shall make war with the Lamb, and they always make these movies as well where all the different nations come together against, you know, an alien threat, right?
Yeah.
And America's always spearheading it. You know, America's always at the forefront, calling all the shots, man.
Well, that's Hollywood, man. Because if you know, in Bollywood, India will be the spearhead and the front of everything, man. But Hollywood was basically just created as a propaganda tool for America, man. That's pretty much it. It's part of why everyone is looking up to and marveling at America as well. But yes, it's basically it's going to make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb's going to overcome them. So it's like Yahushua it's not even going to be a thing, because it says what in I think 2nd Ezra 14 or 13. It says they're scared and yet does fight, and then it's like and then the immense destruction just comes upon them, man. And they get wiped out. So it's that Star Wars program that trying to fight against the Lord. It's not going to work out well. No. Can do Obadiah 1 and 10. You can end on that.
This is Obadiah chapter 1 verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
Go on.
Right? In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them.
So yeah, this so-called white man, he's basically he was there in the time, and he was basically aiding the Babylonians in tearing us down, man. And that's the thing is beyond this, it's a spirit, because this prophecy was made, and even for this he received the judgment. But then it's like it's been compounded over the years, man, because various other times Esau's come against Israel, so the sins have been stacking up, man.
Yeah.
Done.
But thou shouldest not have looked upon the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress.
Yeah, so he reveled in it basically, that when Jacob was going down. And it's the same thing that happened during the transatlantic slave trade, man. Esau was sad. It gave him pleasure to basically keep Jacob in that broken down state. Yeah.
Jump down and keep reading.
No, keep reading.
Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity.
Yeah, it would have been better if Esau had just been like, you know what, just close the door, just been like, stayed in the cave. Just like, yo, I ain't even gonna witness that. But instead, he was there. You know, he was aiding it. He was spoiling Jake as well. These things, you know. And the thing is this is just the same thing that's happened in the modern day. Esau has done this time and again.